Okay, so I've got loads I want to sow this year, and every year my aspirations are far bigger than my ability to grow it. Okay, it's the middle to the end of March. I always feel a little bit behind on sowing and things, so I thought I'd have a bit of a go. Nice Sunday afternoon, sunny. Thought I'd get some seeds in. I had to sort through the things I was going to try and sow at the moment. Um, I kind of start everything off inside really, except carrots and a few other crops that I might start in a greenhouse bed or something like that. It's still too cold out there really for my carrots. We're in a bit of a north facing slope. It's really damp and wet here, and I think if I plant them now they're just going to sit there and not germinate, so it's not really worth sowing them yet. I'm going to wait a few more weeks. Same with parsnips as well. I'm not going to sow them. You can be too quick, they don't come up and you get disheartened, so I'm going to leave them for a little bit. But I am going to start sowing stuff in the greenhouses and the polytunnel. I'm going to do everything in modules really. It gives me a bit of head start on the weeds and a bit of head start on the slugs as well. So I've got a big wad of seeds here to start in the middle of March now, and I'll be sowing stuff in the coming weeks and keep going with it. So one thing I want to get going in my little pots on the windowsill propagator, I'm going to get my tomatoes going. I've got like 6 different varieties here, and I've got a load more I'm going to sow, but I might just stagger them a little tiny bit. So I've got Salt Springs Sunrise, Golden Crown, Merville de Marches, Bell Holmes Fortuna, Jen's Tangerine, and a Peacevine Cherry to start with. Or I'll probably be buying some F1s of blight resistant varieties. They don't taste as good, I am the first to admit that, but it is quite disheartening when your whole polytunnel gets wiped out. And they grow lots of potatoes around here, so there's lots of blight. So it's nice to have those as a bit of a backup and make sure that we do get some kind of crop that we can preserve and do something with. But it is nice to grow the heritage ones as well, so having a nice mix is really good fun. Got some beetroot I'm going to put in now, and I will put some chard in a week or so's time as well. Love our beetroot. We make some great stuff with it. Lots of pickled beetroots, but also we do a great beetroot tart tatin, which is really, really delicious. So I'm going to put these in, and these are going to go in my big modules there. 1 seed in each. I've got some leeks, some different leeks. I've got Musselburgh, absolutely bomb-proof. Grow it every year. It's a great leek to grow. Kind of sits there all winter and just harvest it when you want it. I love it. Take some beet in that one. But I've also got some Odin Longstatin, which is from the Heritage Seed Library, which is said to get kind of 4 or 5 foot tall. So that should be really fun to see if it does grow tall and how it does, if it's just really thin and useless. But we'll grow it for a bit of fun and we'll see what it's like. Always interesting to grow new varieties. We've got some different salads. It's a great time of year to put some salads in. Really desperate for salads now. We've got some growing. We've got some lamb's lettuce. I've got some greens down in the other polytunnel. Got some rocket here as well. I've got some pak choi that's bolted as well. And so I've got some salad mix, like an oriental salad mix, which I really like, nice and spicy and actually tastes of something. And got some winter purslane that I'm going to put in. Really like winter purslane. Grows really well, and if I get it in now, it shouldn't bolt too soon, hopefully. And then also going on the windowsill, actually, got some cutting celery, kind of grown as a bit of a herb. Add to soups and stews and stuff. Not a massive celery fan to eat, but this is really nice to add to stuff. Same with some basil. Absolutely love basil. Grows with so many things. Well, lots of tomatoes. And so it's good to get some in now. That can grow in the polytunnel with the tomatoes when they're growing. I've got this great red spinach given to me by the Cottage Herbery, and they said it's really lovely, really kind of thick, succulent leaves, really tasty, and it's a climbing spinach as well. So we'll see what it grows like. I don't know if it's going to be like Caucasian spinach, which is a little bit tasteless, but quite a good filler. But they said this is really tasty. So maybe I'll grow it up against this fence here over there where it doesn't shade out the greenhouse too much, but should be fun to try. Got some microgreens. Love microgreens, so I'm going to put these in, have them this week, hopefully, or the end of this week. So my boy loves rocket and the real spicy kind of salad leaves. He likes them to taste or something, so we're going to put that in. And I've got a few brassicas to put in as well to start off with. I've got some kale I want to put in, but I've got some kohlrabi, some blue kohlrabi there, absolutely delicious. Azure it's called, and this one grows really well. It's one of the first things we harvest out the garden if I sow it now, which I really, really like. So we're going to get that started, probably sow that in the smaller modules and get that going. Really, really tasty. And we've got some early kind of summer cabbage, red summer cabbage, which is lovely as well. Get that growing now. Some might crop all the way through the summer. We'll see. We'll do a whole bed of it and see how it goes. But it's quite nice as an addition. And we love kind of braised red cabbage. When you're doing a roast or something, put some cabbage underneath. It's just delicious. I've also got some yak on. Had to order some new tips because some growing tips, rhizomes, because mine, the frost all had, I didn't manage to harvest it in time. And I wanted to grow it again this year, so I bought a load of it actually for a reason which I'll tell you in another video. And I've put it out on the tray. It wants to be frost free, so what I'm going to have to do is just check the weather and then bring it into the shed at night if it does start to freeze. It's a little bit early to be putting it in the greenhouse. I know that it needs to be in a cool frost free place, but I haven't really got one. So I'm thinking greenhouse in the day, and then if it gets too cold at night, it can go in the shed. That's my thinking anyway. Got peas and beans already in. I'm going to sow some more. A friend brought me some beans over the other day, and so I'm going to put some more beans in, some broad beans like those. I've got some field beans as well, which I might just chuck in. All the frost had mine as a green manure, so I might put a few in now on some beds that I'm not going to use until a little bit later. I've got some more peas I want to put in as well. I'd like to put in some monge too, but I might do that next week and try and spread it out a little bit. So yeah, that's what I'm growing at the moment. Let me know in the comments below what you're sowing at the moment and what I've forgotten. And I always forget something. And we can try and grow this together and try and have a really good year. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
Okay, get out.